This graph shows the distance to frontier. Measure shows the distance of each economy to the frontier, which represents the best performance observed on each of the indicators across all economies in the doing business. An economy's distance to frontier is reflected on a scale from 0 to 100, where 0 represents the lowest performance and 100 represents the frontier. Vietnam is ranked second to Malaysia. When talking about rankings on doing business, the one that ranked most is relative to construction permits, followed by getting credit. The starting a business and recovering insolvency ranked the lowest. The ranking of economies on the ease of starting a business is determined by sorting their distance to frontier scores for starting a business. These scores are the simple average of the distance to frontier scores for each of the component indicators. In this instance, the figures show that Vietnam is easier to penetrate, next to Malaysia and East Asia and Pacific when it comes to commencing an industry or enterprise. These scores are the distance to frontier score for the sum of the strength of legal rights index and the depth of credit information index. The figure shows how unhampered it is to obtain a loan in the Vietnam for capital resources. Malaysia runs first in the list, with Philippines obtaining the list. It is indeed arduous to get a loan from financial institutions in the Philippines because of its status as a developing country. The rights of the people to transact and do business is highly upheld in Vietnam, as shown in the graph above. Vietnam and Malaysia both belong in the same category of safeguarding legal rights, followed by the East Asia region and the Pacific. Philippines ranked least amongst them all. The giants of business are in equal sharing exponents with the beginners in Vietnam market, as shown in the graph. The country is in the middle among all the variable subjects, with Malaysia taking the top notch, and Lao People's Democratic Republic in the lowest rank. The capacity of Vietnamese government to protect minority investors is reasonable, basing on the figures shown. The businessmen of Vietnam are inclined to be responsible taxpayers, as represented in the graph. The country is second to Malaysia in terms of paying taxes. This is an all-encompassing extraction of any and all corporate and income tax that underlie the former. The international trade in Vietnam is high, as the country again ranked next to Malaysia in this aspect. The free flow of trade is easy to deal with in this country. The graph shows the statistics of top products by reporters. The reporters are from Brunei, Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. The top 3 products are electrical machinery and equipment, mineral fuels, mineral oils and products, and nuclear reactors, boilers, machinery, and mechanical appliances. Electrical machinery and equipment is leading with 12.6 billion products. The graph shows the statistics of top partners by reporters. The partners are Brunei, Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Vietnam's leading partners are Thailand and Singapore, with trade value of 14 billion each. Myanmar is the least trader in Vietnam, with trade value of 43 million. This graph shows ASEAN trade by reporters, partners, and products. The traders are Brunei, Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Singapore has the highest trade value with $14 billion. Brunei is a trader with least amount, with the value of 74 million. Top 3 traders are Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia.